Flipping heck, man. Every single English team is out. Other than Aston Villa. Aston Villa are the only English team to make it past the quarter-final stage of a European competition this season. I have never seen anything like it. Every single team in the Premier League is out of Europe, bar Aston Villa, who are playing, let's have it right, who are playing in the worst level competition in Europe. So, in itself, what does that even mean? I mean, it's great for Aston Villa because it gives them a chance to win their first cup since 1996. But are you telling me the only tournament an English team is still in is the UEFA Conference League? That is, I mean, the nation's press is very arrogant. No, we as a country are very arrogant about the Premier League, and we're quick to call every other league rubbish, every other league the Farmers League. But I don't know, man. We're looking like the Farmers League at the minute, man. I think Germany have more representatives in Europe than us at the minute. They got 2 teams in the semi-finals of the Champions League. I mean, France. I don't know if Marseille are still in the Europa League or whatever, but I think France have more teams in Europe now. And that's the team we call the that's the league we call the Farmers League. That's the league, which is why the name even came about. I mean, we lost in terms of the coefficient. We've lost that 5th place, that fifth spot for Champions League. We've lost that now, which is surprising because I never would have thought that would have happened. So we've done so badly in Europe, we've even lost a place in the Champions League, man. But to be honest, I didn't want 5th place getting Champions League football anyway. Not only because Spurs are most likely to finish 5th, and I don't like seeing Spurs in the Champions League. I feel like it cheapens the brand personally. But I don't think 5th place deserves to be in Europe's most elite competition. I mean, how far is it going to go? We're going to soon see teams finishing 10th being able to qualify for Europe in some form. You know what? They're probably going to make another European competition that's even below the Conference League. It's all about money with them. Because the fact that you can finish halfway down the top half of the table and still qualify for the Champions League, where initially that was a tournament for just the champions, hence why it's called the Champions League. That wouldn't have sat right with me, man. That would really water down the competition, and it'll kind of make it it'll make it a similar level to Europa League just a little bit. I don't know. I didn't like the whole idea of that. I don't want to see a team finish 5th. Because listen, if Arsenal finish 5th, to me that's a bad season. And if he was to qualify for the Champions League that way, I'd think we don't even deserve this. We shouldn't even be here. That's like sneaking through the back door. Nah, mate. Nah, no way. I mean, personally, I feel like the Champions League should be I think even the top 4. The top 4, because we're used to it already. I don't mind 4 teams being in the Champions League. That kind of makes sense. It's only 4 teams, and that is its own little elite bracket in a sense. But in terms from a football standpoint, the Champions League should be no more than 2 teams per country, really and truly. I mean, well, some people say it should be just 1, the champions, but then you're not going to get enough revenue that way because there's not enough teams. But I don't know, man. Yeah. Arsenal, we went out in I think, I don't know, it's a weird one because the Arsenal game, it wasn't I don't think we played badly, but we didn't play good enough. I don't think we didn't create any chances. I feel like we made it very easy for Bayern Munich, but I don't think Bayern Munich did much either. That's the whole thing about it. I mean, anyone watching the game with an honest... I mean, Harry Kane didn't do anything. Harry Kane didn't really do anything the whole time. I don't really remember him having a shot on goal. I might be wrong, innit? He definitely never had a shot on goal yesterday. Not from what I can remember. Not from what I can remember. But over the 2 legs, no one could say Harry Kane had an effect in the game in any way, shape or form other than scoring a penalty. I mean, yesterday Saliba and Gabriel just completely nullified him out of the game. To the point where I forgot he wouldn't even realise he was playing. I felt Kai Havertz had a very quiet game, but I thought Harry Kane was even quieter than him. So I don't think we didn't play bad defensively. I felt like midfield. Yeah, I just think, in the midfield, I feel like we kind of lost that battle in the second half. In a way we did, but in a way we didn't. It's a very strange game to analyse because it's like we had our moments, you know what I mean? We looked fairly comfortable throughout the game. Other than a few times where Bayern hit us in the break through Leroy Sané or Musiala, I don't think it really looked threatening. I mean, I think we even dealt with Sané we dealt with him better than we did in the first leg. And then, essentially, I felt that we dealt with him quite well. I just felt, I mean, the Champions League is an elite competition, man. Fine margins define it all, you know what I mean? And we keep getting undone by fine margins. But listen, I think that comes with experience, man. We haven't been in the Champions League for a long time. We've got young players playing in it for the first time. And overall did well in it for the first time. And at the start of the season, I said Arsenal will reach the quarterfinals. And we reached the quarterfinals. I did say anything beyond that would be a bonus. So, and realistically, did anyone really have us? I'm not being wise after the fact, but did anyone really have us realistically winning the Champions League in our first season back after 7 years with the young team that we have? Did anyone really think we're going to go and win it? You know what I mean? It's just like, it was always it's a big ask, it's a tall order. The Champions League is not a competition for the faint-hearted. I mean, Manchester City are regarded as the best team on the planet, and they're out. You know what I mean? So, speaking of Manchester City, actually, it's like, looking at their game on Saturday, or on the weekend, I don't know if it's Saturday or Sunday, but you hear Pep saying that Haaland asked to come off, De Bruyne asked to come off, Rodri's in the media complaining that he's tired. It does seem like they're a little bit burnt out in a minute, both physically and mentally, and I can kind of understand. Listen, last season they made history. They won the treble. They won the Champions League for the first time. They won 3 in a row. That is a lot physically and not even just physically. That's a lot mentally to keep up that level of expectation and level of performance like they do. Sorry. Get it back. At the optimum that they do as well. And I don't know, they could be a little bit burnt out, and that might have an effect on the title race. And Chelsea might have a chance on the weekend, man. If they catch... I mean, I think right now is probably the best time to play City. If they're... Because I'm not going to lie, I expect them to go through against Real Madrid. And the longer the game went on, the more I thought Real Madrid were going to go through. And when it went to penalties, I was almost dead certain they were going to go through on penalties. Because I thought, like, Real Madrid will be happy with this than City are at the minute. And I think, I don't know. Like, listen, Chelsea are rubbish. Don't get me wrong. That's not a team. Forget what you're seeing lately. They're not a good team. They beat Everton 6-0 because they just happened to play another crap team. So we can't look too much into that. But they could be playing City at the right time, man. If they catch them whilst they're tired, like off guard, as they are now, whilst they're feeling the effects and the strain of such a big game midweek in the Champions League, whereas Chelsea would have had like almost a week's rest. I mean, you never know, man. Obviously, City are still the favourites. I just do think City are that good, and I think Chelsea are that crap. So, and I think the cream will rise to the top. But listen, I wouldn't be surprised at the same time if Chelsea go there and win. Anyway, that's just my quick review on this week's embarrassing nature of defeats or exits from the or just an embarrassing week in Europe for the Premier League teams. And man. If you like the video, press the like button, hit subscribe, comment, do all that jazz, and I'll see you later.